Hello everyone, myself Prayag Patel, working as Assistant Professor in IT ICT Department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Now in today's video lecture, I will discuss about the second order linear recurrence relation. That means second order linear homogeneous recurrence relation with constant coefficient. Now we already know the first order recurrence relation in previous lecture. So in second order linear recurrence relation, let k belongs to z plus and C0 not equal to 0, C1, C2 up to the Ck not equal to 0 be a real number if a of n for n greater or equal to 0 is describe the function, then we represent this function as a C0 an plus C1 an minus 1 plus C2 an minus 2 up to the Ck an minus k is equal to function f of n, where n greater or equal to k is a linear recurrence relation with constant coefficient of order k. So here up to the k we represent this value, then our order is like this. When f of n equal to 0 for all n greater or equal to 0, then the relation is called the homogeneous, otherwise it is called the non-homogeneous. So basically f of n value is 0, that means homogeneous. Now here in our case we discuss about the homogeneous. That means always our f of n value is 0. Now this sequence is represented for k value, for k order. Now if we want to find the relation for the order 2, then it is called the second order. In this section we shall consult about the homogeneous recurrence relation of order 2. That means our sequence is like C0 a of n plus C1 a of n minus 1 plus C2 a of n minus 2 up to the second order. So here answer of the f of n equal to 0, because we discuss about the homogeneous recurrence relation. So our equation is become C0 a of n plus C1 a of n minus 1 plus C2 a of n minus 2 is equal to 0 for n greater or equal to 2. So it is called the second order linear recurrence relation. On the basis of the previous sections, we think that solution of the form a of n equal to c into r raised to n, where c not equal to 0 and r not equal to 0. So we put the value of a of n is equal to c into r of r raised to n into the function c0 a of n plus c1 a of n minus 1 plus c2 a of n minus 2 equal to 0. So we will get the result as a c0 c into r raised to n plus c1 c into r raised to n minus 1 plus c2 c into r raised to n minus 2 is equal to 0. Here basically we use the term as a n in place of a of n, we write the c into r raised to n. That means c as a constant, so basically we can say that in place of a of n we write the r raised to n. In place of a of n minus 1 we write the c into r raised to n minus 1. In place of a of n minus 2 we write the c into r raised to n minus 2. Now here C0 r square plus C1 r raised to 1 plus C2 is equal to 0 is called the characteristic equation. Here we remove the C because C is a constant, so C0 and C is combined. So characteristic equation can be represented like this. Now here the R1 and R2 of this equation determine the following three cases. Now here value of the R is more than 1. So for example, value of the R is 2. That means R1 as a first result and R2 as a second result for R. So in this case, we have three different cases depending on the value of R1 and R2. Now first case, R1 and R2 are distinct real number. That means value of the R1 is different than the value of the R2. Then this is considered the case number A. Now second case, R1 and R2 are the complex. So this second case is considered the complex root. And third case, R1 and R2 are the real number, but R1 is equal to R2. That means R1 and R2 both value are equal, then consider the case number 3. So here in all the cases, R1 and R2 are called the characteristic root. So in the characteristic equation, we have to find the characteristic root from the given equation using any of these three methods. Method 1 means A, B and C. Now here understand one by one case. Now case number one. Case number one means A. R1, R2 are distinct real root. That means R1 and R2's value are different, not as a same value. Now here understand using one example. Solve the recurrence relation A of n plus A of n minus 1 minus 6 A of n minus 2 is equal to 0. See here, this relation is a second order relation because our term is n minus 1 and n minus 2, where n greater or equal to 2 and a0 is equal to minus 1, a1 equal to 8. So here initial condition a0 and a1 is already given. Now a of n equal to c into r raised to n. We know already this equation. Now c not equal to 0 and r not equal to 0. Now here represent this equation a of n plus a of n minus 1 minus 6 a n minus 2 is equal to 0 can be represented in place of a of n. We write this c into r raised to n. So here equation is c into r raised to n plus c into r raised to n minus 1 minus 6c r raised to n minus 2 is equal to 0. In place of a of n we write this c into n minus 1. In place of a of n minus 1 we write the r raised to n minus 1. In place of a of n minus 2 we write the c into r raised to n minus 2. Now here in this equation we find the minimum power of r raised to. So r raised to n minus 2 is a minimum power. So we divide all the three terms by r raised to n minus 2. Then we will get the resultant equation is like this: c r raised to n divided by r raised to n minus 2 plus c r raised to n minus 1 divided by r raised to n minus 2 minus 6 c r raised to n minus 2 divided by r raised to n minus 2 is equal to 0. Now when we subtract the r raised to n divided by r raised to n minus 2, then we will get the only value 2 as a answer. So our characteristic equation is r raised to 2 plus r minus 6 is equal to 0. Now find the resultant value for that. So 0 is equal to, we can say that the r square plus r minus 6. Now divide this term in two parts as a r plus 1 into r minus 2. So here r square plus r minus 6 can be divided as a r plus 3 into r minus 2. So here r is equal to 2 or r is equal to minus 3. So here our value of the r1 and r2 is considered as r1 equal to 2 and r2 equal to minus 3. So distinct real root as a of n is equal to r1 raised to n means 2 raised to n and r2 raised to n, that means minus 3 raised to n. So these two consider as a distinct real roots. Now here after finding the value of r1 and r2, we have a value of a of n equal to 2 raised to n, a of n equal to minus 3 raised to n as a distinct real root. Now common equation for finding the real recurrence relation: a of n is equal to a of n c1 into r1 raised to n plus c2 into r2 raised to n. Now remember one point here: for the distinct value of r1 and r2, we can find the common form a of n is equal to c1 r1 raised to n plus c2 r2 raised to n. Remember this equation. Now here value of the r1 and r2 consider as a r1 is equal to 2 raised to n, r2 is equal to minus 3 raised to n. So put the value and we will get the resultant value as a c1 2 raised to n plus c2 into minus 3 raised to n. For the c1 and c2 consider it as a arbitrary constant. Now we have an initial value a0 and a1. So initial value a0 is equal to minus 1 and a1 is equal to 8. So a0 is equal to minus 1, that means minus 1 is equal to a0. In place of n we consider as a 0 because our initial value is a of 0. So first we consider a of 0, that means n equal to 0. So minus 1 is equal to a of 0 is equal to c1 2 raised to n. Now in place of n we put the 0. So 2 raised to 0 plus c2 minus 3 raised to 0 is equal to c1 plus c2. Now second case, a1 equal to 8, that means in place of n we write here 8, n equal to 1. So a1 equal to 8, that means n equal to 1. So 8 equal to a1 is equal to c1 2 raised to 1 because n considered as a 1 plus c2 minus 3 raised to 1. So resultant value is just 2c1 minus 3c2. Now simplify these two equations. So we multiply the value of the in any equation, and addition or subtraction operation can be performed between to this equation, and we will get the resultant value. So here first value is a C1 plus C2 equal to -1. Second is 2C1 minus 3C2 is equal to 8. Now we multiply 3 with the first equation. Then we will get the 3 into C1 plus 3 into C2 is equal to -3. Second equation is as it is. Now addition of these two equations. So addition of these two equations means 3C2 and minus 3C2 remove. So 5C1 is equal to 5. That means C1 equal to 1. Now put the value of C1 in first equation and we will get the C2 value. So C2 is equal to -2. So C1 equal to 1 and C2 equal to -2. Now put this value in this equation. So here our common form is A of n is equal to C1 2 raised to n plus C2 minus 3 raised to n. Now value of the C1 and C2 is as a 1 and -2 respectively. So A of n equal to 2 raised to n minus 2 minus 3 raised to n. So n greater or equal to 0 is the unique solution for the given recurrence relation. Now this is a case number 1. Now consider the second case, case number 2, as a complex roots. So here, before getting into the case of the complex root, we recall the one theorem is called the De Moivre's theorem. Now here theorem is like cos theta plus I sin theta raised to n is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta for n greater or equal to 0. Now here, if consider z equal to x plus iy belongs to C, z not equal to 0, we can write the z equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta, where r is equal to under root of x square plus y square, and y divided by x is equal to tan theta for x not equal to 0. Now here if x equal to 0 and y greater than 0, then what is the equation? So equation is z equal to yi is equal to yi sin pi by 2 is equal to y cos pi by 2 plus I sin by pi by 2. Now if y less than 0, then equation is z equal to yi is equal to mod y I sin 3 pi by 2 plus mod y cos 3 pi by 2 plus I sin 3 pi by 2. Now in all the cases, z raised to n is equal to r raised to n cos n theta plus I sin n theta for n greater or equal to 0 is using this theorem. So basically remember these three equations for solving the example of the complex root. Now here example for the complex root. Solve the recurrence relation A of n is equal to 2 A of n minus 1 minus A of n minus 2, where n greater or equal to 2 and A0 is equal to 1 and A1 equal to 2. Now for that we represent this equation in form of A of n equal to C into r raised to n. So first we consider the equation as a of n minus, here we move all the component from the right side to left side and right side becomes 0 because homogeneous equation. So A of n minus 2 A of n minus 1 plus 2 A of n minus 2 is equal to 0. Now convert this equation in form of C into r raised to n. That means in place of A of n we write the C into r raised to n. So first part is C r raised to n minus 2 C r raised to n minus 1 plus 2 C n raised to n r raised to n minus 2 is equal to 0. Now here divide the value of the each and every term by the minimum r raised to n or r raised to n minus 1 or r raised to n minus 2. So here minimum ratio or minimum power of r is n minus 2. So divide all the term by r raised to n minus 2 and we will get this resultant state. Now after that dividing, we will get the resultant value as a r raised to 2 minus 2r plus 2 is equal to 0. Now here when we solve this equation, so for that here value is a not integer value. Here we can say that the complex root example. That means we have to find the value of r using the equation r is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Here value of the a, b and c. How we can find the value of a, b and c? So r raised to 2 multiply with the a, r multiply with the b, and constant term consider as a c. So here in equation r square, that means r equal to 1 minus 2r, that means b equal to minus 2, and constant term is plus 2, that means c equal to 2. Now find the value of r is equal to 2 plus or minus under root 4 minus 8 divided by 2 is equal to 1 plus or minus I. That means here our two value R1 and R2 is like 1 plus I and R2 is 1 minus I. So R1 and R2 both value are different, not considered as a same. So we apply the equation of the first method. So here R1 equal to 1 plus I and R2 equal to 1 minus I. Now using this value, here equation is A of n is equal to C1 R raised to n plus C2 R raised to n, because here both the value of R1 and R2 are different. That's why we use equation of the case 1. Now general solution of this form is A of n equal to C1 1 plus I raised to n plus C2 1 minus I raised to n, because value of the R1 and R2 is 1 plus I and 1 minus I respectively. Now R1 is equal to 1 plus I. So what is the value of x and y? Because here we want to find the value of R. So R is equal to x square plus y square under root. So that means here R1 is equal to 1 plus I. So 1 consider as a x and 1 consider as a y. That means R equal to under root 1 square plus 1 square, that means under root 2. Now same way we apply this equation for the R2. So R2 is equal to 1 minus I. So x equal to 1 and y equal to minus 1, because I sign is minus. And find the R. So R equal to x square plus y square, that means 1 square plus minus 1 square under root. So answer is equal to root 2. Now using this value, we can find the resultant value as a x plus iy equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. Now here our first case is 1 plus I is equal to under root r equal to root 2. So here put the value of r is equal to root 2. Root 2 cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4. And for the 1 minus I, root 2 cos minus pi by 4 plus I sin pi minus pi by 4 is equal to root 2 cos pi by 4 minus I sin pi by 4. Now when we solve this equation, because we know that A of n equal to C1 1 minus n 1 plus I raised to n plus C2 into 1 minus I raised to n. Then put the value of C1 C2, that means 1 plus I and 1 minus I like this, and we will get the resultant value as a root 2 raised to n into k1 cos n pi by 4 plus k2 sin n pi by 4. Now here what is the value of k1 and k2? So k1 equal to c1 plus c2 and k2 equal to c1 minus c2 into I. So this is a resultant value as a of n for this equation. Now here A of n equal to root 2 raised to n k1 cos n pi by 4 plus k2 sin n pi by 4. Now we have an initial value a0 and a1. Now a0 is equal to 1, that means 1 equal to a0. Now here we consider n equal to 0, because we find the a0. So root 2 raised to 0 k1 cos 0 plus k2 sin 0 is equal to k1. So k1 value is equal to 1. Now here from the second equation a1 equal to 2. So n equal to consider as a 1. 2 equal to a1 is equal to root 2 raised to 1 1 cos pi by 4 plus k2 sin pi by 4 is equal to 1 plus k2. Now here final value for the k1 and k2 is equal to 1, and we put the value of k in our equation of A of n, and we will get the recurrence relation as A of n equal to root 2 raised to n cos n pi by 4 plus sin n pi by 4. So this is a relation for the complex root. Now after that, last method as a case number 3, repeated real roots. Now in first case we consider the real root as a r1 and r2. Now in this case we consider the real root as a r1 and r2, but in first case r1 and r2 both value are different, but here our r1 and r2 both value are equal. Then we can say that the repeated real roots. Now understand using example. Solve the recurrence relation A of n plus 2 is equal to for A of n plus 1 minus for A of n, where n greater or equal to 0 and a0 equal to 1 and a1 equal to 3. Now for that, here our relation is A of n equal to c into r raised to n. Now for that, our equation is A of n plus 1. Now transfer all the term of the right side to left side, and right side term becomes 0. So here A of n plus 2 minus for A of n plus 1 plus for A of n equal to 0. Now translate this statement into the form of C into R raised to n. That means in place of A of n, we use the C into R raised to n. So we will get the result as a C into R raised to n plus 2 minus 4C R raised to n plus 1 plus 4C R raised to n. Now minimum term of the R raised to n is considered as a R raised to power n. So divide all the term by R raised to n and we will get the resultant value as a characteristic equation. R raised to 2 minus 4R plus 4 equal to 0. Now here 0 equal to R raised to 2 minus 4R plus 4. Now we divide this term into two parts as a R minus 2 into R minus 2. That means value of the R is a 2 or 2. That means here two value of the R1 and R2 is same. R1 is equal to 2 as well as R2 is equal to 2. That means A of n equal to 2 raised to n, and second case is A of n equal to 2 raised to n. Now here find the next value as a of n. So common equation of the A of n equal to C1 R1 raised to n plus C2 n into R2 raised to n. Now what is the difference between case 1 and case 3? In case 1, our equation A of n equal to C1 R1 raised to n plus C2 R2 raised to n. But in case number 3, here we consider equation as a of n equal to C1 R raised to n plus C2 into n into R2 raised to n. Now here apply this equation for our two case A0 and A1. Now first is A0 equal to 1 and A1 equal to 3. Now here consider A0 equal to 1. That means value of the n is equal to 0 because A of 0. So C1 2 raised to n, that means 2 raised to 0 plus C2 into n, that means 0 into 2 raised to 0 is equal to 7 because C2 term become a 0. Now using the second equation A1 equal to 3. So 3 equal to A1, now n equal to 1. So C1 into 2 raised to 1 plus C2 into 1 into 2 raised to 1 is equal to 2C1 plus 2C2 is equal to 3. So our equation is 2C1 plus 2C2 is equal to 3. Now put the value of C1 in this equation and we will get 2C2 equal to 3 minus 2. So C2 equal to 1 by 2. Now we will get the value of C1 and C2 as a C1 equal to 1 and C2 equal to 1 by 2. Now put this both the value in our equation A of n equal to C1 2 raised to n plus C2 n into 2 raised to n. So C1 equal to 1, C2 equal to 1 by 2. So A of n equal to 2 raised to n plus 1 by 2 into n 2 raised to n. Now simplify this statement and A of n equal to 2 raised to n plus n into 2 raised to n minus 1. So therefore we can say that for the given recurrence relation, our solution is A of n is equal to 2 raised to n plus n into 2 raised to n minus 1 for all n greater or equal to 0 is the unique solution for the given recurrence relation. So in this case we can find the real root like this. Now here we consider the common form of this repeated real roots. So if C0 an plus C1 an minus 1 plus C2 an minus 2 up to the Ck an minus k is equal to f of n, where C0 not equal to 0, then C1, C2 up to Ck not equal to 0 are the real constant and R is a characteristic root of the multiplicity n, where 2 less or equal to m less or equal to k, then the part of the general solution that represented like this A0 r raised to n plus A1 n into r raised to n plus A2 n square r raised to n up to the am minus 1 n raised to m minus 1 r raised to n. Now r raised to n is a constant, so find the value as a next value A0 plus A1n plus A2n square up to the am minus 1 n raised to m minus 1 into r raised to n. So this is a common form of the recurrence relation as a repeated real roots, where A0, A1, A2 up to am minus 1 are the arbitrary constant. So in this lecture we discuss about how we can find the solution for the second order linear recurrence relation. Thank you for watching this video.